Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, Honorable Speaker of the Scottish Parliament and Mayor and other leaders, members, and also community people, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I thanks to Faisal to introduce me, and yes, because of his persuasion, I am here, and it's a great opportunity for me to be with you. Let me thank the Speaker of the Scottish Parliament for this important event on call for climate prosperity, a defining issue of our time. And first of all, I just beg my apology for delay because I am the chair of the CVF, Vulnerable Country Forum. So we are hosting a meeting. So I was presiding over the meeting, but I couldn't complete it. I handed over the chair to our foreign minister just to come here. But even then, I am very late. So that's why I'm very sorry, and I beg apology to you. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and my sister, my daughter, I'm so happy that everybody is here. I remember visiting this beautiful city of Edinburgh for participating in the meeting of Commonwealth Heads of Government in 1997. Thank you also for inviting me to this beautiful postmodern parliament building. We have a vibrant Bangladeshi community in Scotland, and we deeply appreciate the openness and the support of Scottish people towards them. Honourable parliamentarians, ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered in Glasgow to demonstrate resolve and ambition on climate action, combining our global collective efforts to respond to the unprecedented challenges and risks of the adverse impacts of climate change, from which no country is immune. The recently published IPCC 6th assessment report is yet another wake-up call for us to take decisive actions now to save our planet from temperature rise. We are facing the most serious global challenge of humankind. It is a major threat for climate vulnerable countries like Bangladesh, though we contribute less 0.47% of global emission. Extreme temperature, erratic rainfall, flood, drought, more intense tropical cyclones, sea level rise, seasonal variation, river erosion, ocean acidification are causing severe negative impacts on the lives and livelihoods of millions of people of Bangladesh and other climate vulnerable countries. Sea level rise is a serious threat for Bangladesh. With a 1 meter rise of sea level, tens of millions of people in the coastal area of Bangladesh will be displaced. Every year, 2% of our GDP is lost due to adverse impact of climate change, and it may go up to 90% in the coming decades. Bangladesh already has 6 million climatically displaced population, with an additional burden of 1.1 million Myanmar Rohingyas. Additionally, the COVID-19 pandemic has created additional challenges to address. Although we are climate vulnerable, at the same time, we are globally recognized for our resilience. The government of Bangladesh, with its own financing, has established the Bangladesh Climate Change Trust Fund, BCCTF. Under this fund, Bangladesh has undertaken 800 projects so far, with the investment of $480 million, which mainly focused on adaptation, mitigation, and climate change research. We have adopted the Bangladesh Delta Plan 2100 aimed at gradual sustainable development through adaptive delta management process. Currently, the country is advancing and formulating National Adaptation Plan, NAP, that will significantly enhance our adaptation ambition. Bangladesh revised and submitted an updated NDC. Our updated and enhanced NDC has expanded its emission coverage from only the energy sector to the country's whole economy. Bangladesh is also committed to following a progressive approach to developing its economy on a low-carbon pathway. The country has taken several initiatives on renewable for reducing greenhouse gas emission as well as promoting green energy. We have recently canceled many projects, and we are preparing new projects keeping the environment, to save our people. I am happy to inform you that in Bangladesh, 6.5 million solar home systems have been installed. We have the target of generating 40% of our energy from renewable sources by 2041. We are also procuring electric locomotive for our mass transit system. Bangladesh has already started working for introducing significant number of electric cars within next few years. In celebration of the birth centenary of our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, we are planting 30 million saplings across the country this year. Additionally, to reduce the risk of death from lightning strikes, the government has planted 5.4 million palm trees, further contributing to carbon sink. Actually, I want to tell you one thing, that my party, Bangladesh Awami League, we have started planting saplings since 1984. It is our party's own program. Each and every member of our party has to plant 3 saplings every year. So we encourage people to do it. So we are doing it very, very early stage. Excellencies, we set our trajectory from one of vulnerability to resilience to prosperity. Bangladesh will soon launch the Mujib Climate Prosperity Plan, a strategic investment framework named after the father of the nation. This climate prosperity plan has elements like setting up a large number of power generation, wind turbines, reconversion of existing fossil fuel power plants, creating locally led adaptation hubs, and to take steps for mental and overall well-being with focus on climate-related diseases. Our Delta Plan 2100 has also been taken into account while developing the Mujib Climate Prosperity Plan. We are also planning to rebuild the rainforests and embankments in the coastal region as well as in the areas prone to river erosion as part of our adaptation measures. We hope to establish solar panels and wind turbines on those embankments for supplying power to the national grid. We expect to achieve transformative change through MCPP by leapfrogging in a number of technological and economic fronts. Effective and adequate climate finance mechanism is key for achieving the prosperity that I have mentioned. To successfully implement the MCPP, it is important that, number one, the major emitting countries must submit and implement aggressive NDCs. Without ambitious mitigation efforts, only adaptation measures are not significant to stop, and then reverse the adverse impacts of climate change. Number 2, developed countries must fulfill their commitment of providing $100 billion annually for addressing climate change to the developing countries, with special focus on climate vulnerable countries. These amounts should be in addition to the existing ODA, and there needs to be synergy among the different climate funds. The distribution of the climate fund should have 50-50 ratio between adaptation and mitigation. Number 3, the world has to share the responsibilities of climate migrants. The people displaced because of climate change induced natural events like sea level rise, river erosion, increasing salinity, floods, droughts. The issue of loss and damage must be addressed properly. Number 4, and of critical importance is dissemination of green technology from developed countries to developing countries at affordable cost so that the plans like Mujib Climate Prosperity Plan can be realized. I thank you all and giving me this opportunity to talk to you. And beside that, we have also started building houses for homeless people. Because of river erosion, every year many people become landless, homeless, but with our own fund, we are providing houses for landless, homeless people free of cost. And in the coastal belt, these houses and also cyclone shelters and also embankment we are building so that we can serve our people. And we want to make sure that each and every people, they have an address and they have some land and they have some house so that no one left behind. That we have taken many steps to ensure that Bangladesh should become the poverty-free, hunger-free developed country. Already we are now, we become, already it is declared by UNO that Bangladesh is a developing country, but I have targeted plan that 2041 Bangladesh will be a developed country, and that we prepared our plan. So, I thanks again. It's really a great honor for me to come to the Scottish Parliament. So my best wishes to you all and the people of Scotland, and also আমার বাঙালি কমিউনিটি সবাইকে আমার আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। এই কষ্ট করে আপনারা এসেছেন, কালকে অনেক রাত পর্যন্ত কথা বলেছি, রাত 10:30 পর্যন্ত সবার সঙ্গে আমরা ভিডিও কনফারেন্সে কথা বললাম। COVID-19, actually COVID-19 really affecting whole world, but one thing I noticed this time, that the world leaders, they realize the reality. Yes, they should work together. And now this expression I never saw in the past, but this time I can see that yes, everybody has realized that yes, they have the responsibility and everybody want to work together. So we will work together to save our planet, save our future generation, and ensure a better life for our future generation. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity.